while ago, I learned a important lesson for myself about stuff that I did with relationships. So when I initially, you know, got out here dating, I was used to being at home. I didn't have a party phase or ability to go out to clubs before I started dating and getting in relationships. I just got into relationship. And in my earlier relationships, I was the one that was always at home and wanted to be at home and didn't want the person to go anywhere and wanted to, be around the person all the time. And that's what I wanted, and it, caused different problems. And in certain aspects, being more mature now, you know, I didn't have a healthy sense of, space and time and having the opportunity to miss the other person and stuff. And hell, I just, in certain cases, I don't think that some of the people were as into me for the reasons that you had to spend most of the time with me. I think some people maybe at times even just didn't like who I was beyond certain things that, they deemed fit to be around me for. So I saw as time started to evolve, I became the person that wanted to go, 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 and had people wanting me to be there, be home, be on me 24/7. I started to be the one that started to go. And the lesson that it taught me, because I kind of scratched my head, I said, look at you. You was the one sitting here crying, wanting folks to be at home, be with you and all this, and longing for people to be there with you, and they was running the streets. And look at you. You done got up on your feet and now you running the streets. And I go back to my lessons from the opening of the way and the way of the heart. The middle way is now where I sit. I learned that there had to be a balance, because a lot of people, and it's easy to do here in California, run the streets, going to every event, gotta be everywhere else, and ain't running their home, and ain't taking care of their home. And I've seen people run the streets and try to be on the scene too much and totally neglect their home, and it ends up snatching everything they have owned up under their feet. So I say LA always got something to do. They always got an event going on. So I saw that, man, you running these roads so much, and then you get to the point now where I think what taught me the lesson was getting a good person, a genuinely good person. Because I started to probe myself as like, okay, you are a good person. You got a good person sitting here. What do the streets provide you? Now, if I got something to do or I'm doing something, yeah, that's another thing. But I'm talking about running to party and all that, and you have a good person, and here you are doing the complete opposite of the thing that years and years ago you cried about. See, that's what I love about a lot of the Egyptian spirituality, because it forces you to probe. This is real information. It forces you to probe myself. We all want to show our first place ribbon, but we don't want to talk about our relationship blunders. You meet people and they talk about their relationship. It's always the good stuff they did and the bad stuff was done to them. But one of my things is I end up turning the tables. So now I got into the middle of the way and I found balance between the two. I found pride in the two, just like today. I've come out here and got all the content that I wanted. But you know what else is next now? First thing I did is I got up and I cleaned my home. I mopped my floors. I combed my hair. This sounds like simple stuff, but there are a lot of people believe you. And I was doing it at times. You trying to run, and ain't got your home together, you're in trouble. So find a balance. Everything I'm doing now is from the opening of the way and the way of the heart. It's finding the balance between the two. and not overextending in either or. It's good to get away and have balance, but I said for myself I wasn't going to be the bad guy that I once cried about that I had become. I had become that bad guy with relationships and dating, and now I'm in the middle of the way. I'm not going to lose the great thing that I have, but I'm also too knowing that the balance is that we should have exposure and things to talk about that you bring in. And I'm no longer going to be the bad guy. I'm going to be the guy that's going to do and do the right thing. And just from introspection lesson I learned of becoming the villain that I once pointed the finger at in relation.